Okay. All right.
Okay. Good.
Welcome back to the Okay. Welcome back to the community, everybody, and thanks for being part of it. Okay, come on. All right, think of bad stuff. Welcome back to the community, everybody, and thank you for all being part of it. I really appreciate it. When you get time, check out the website. There's lots to see and do there. Today, we are going to go do something different. And don't worry, I didn't forget about chaos. I am working on chaos in the background and merging videos. So these DIY videos and restoration videos will be back up soon. It's just when I happen to come across stuff, I gotta take it when I can and film it. So that's why you're seeing some of these offbeat films with barn finds and stuff and salvage yard finds, which I think they're a lot of fun. I think it's
I believe them.
yeah, it's a break for a change, something different. But don't worry, we got lots to do on Chaos the 68. So we'll be back on it very shortly. We're gonna take a ride. I'll chime back in as soon as we get there. We are checking out a real barn find. And I know I shouldn't be doing this because I already bought another project and the 68's not done. However, I might buy the one we're going to see. So, you know, I probably should slow down, but while they're available, buy them up, set them aside, and restore them as you can. So let's take a ride. We'll be back in a couple of seconds here, and let's check it out. Okay, so we just made it here now, and as you see, surprise, it's a 69 Type 3 Fastback. Nice barn find. So we're gonna check this car out. I would like to actually purchase it. I know, another one. But you don't really see these that often, and a very good friend of mine notified me immediately when he grabbed it. So we're gonna go ahead, walk around it, and check it out, and we'll go ahead and see what it looks like. Really an honest survivor, very honest survivor. I don't know if that's the original paint, but it possibly could be, which is really awesome. We have some rot down in the heater channel at the front, Heather found already. Okay.
That looks nice and clean up there.
This paint, I just love it. I wouldn't even paint a car like this. I would just get her cleaned up and, you know, right. I like the survivors like this. You're better off leaving the paint alone, you know. And he didn't even get a chance to get it off the trailer. I don't think we're gonna let him. And Heather's trying to get the door open there and give it a pull. There we go.
Oh, there's straps in there.
Yeah, he had straps up so they didn't get tangled up. Yeah, door panels, that's typical.
Crummy headliner.
And the headliner's tired. That's okay. That's all right.
There's a crack in the dash.
That's normal on these. We'll have to check the floor pans out.
Yep. You got holes.
Got holes. Ooh.
She crusty.
She's an old one. Let's see here. I don't see it. There's your latch that opens the rear deck lid above the motor. I'll show you in a minute. But everything still looks kind of original. I think it'd be a fun car so far. And somebody strapped a stock radio under a stock radio to get the FM. Okay, so the key's in it. And the back seat's there. Little pull down rest. There's an extra dashboard there, which I didn't know. So there's an extra dash. Okay.
The thing to the windows.
Oh, okay.
The windows in there.
Yeah, it's a regulator. Not a problem.
Looks like somebody was trying to see.
Right, right. We'll have to get under here later. I won't bore you with that. Little bit of rust and rot, that's normal. She's an old gal. You want to pull that lever I just showed above the striker plate. Okay. And let me climb up here a minute. And as you can see, the fuel injection has been removed. There's dual carburetors on it. These are unique. That's where you put the oil in on this. So I think that's cool. And this is basically a Type 1 engine, just with different cooling tins and everything.
It's a nice shape.
Yeah, it is. It's not rotted out back here where a lot of them do. Looks to be fairly solid. It's going to need stuff. It's a 1969. It's been around a long time. But the motor supposedly does run, which is a bonus. It can always still be pulled and cleaned up. So that's not bad.
We'll have to do, will it run?
Yeah, that would be cool to do. Now, normally, a cover would go across here, and it's almost like an extra trunk back there. So you can go ahead and close that gently. License plate light's still there. And as you see, automatic. It's a full automatic, not a semi-auto stick, but an automatic. We'll take a peek under here. I don't know if you can see inside of there, but it don't look that bad. It's going to need work. That's normal. I love the original paint. I really do. Gotta love that. And that's the way you want to keep it. You don't want to change the original paint on them, if possible. Hinges are a little stiff. That's normal. It's been sitting a while. And let's see if we can look down inside there. Kind of hard. I'll look underneath. We also have pop-out windows. Yep, definitely pop-out windows. Here's some extra parts that go with the car. And of course the glove box. Let me see. Oh, the trunk release works. Nice. Very nice. What you do on these two is you lift up on the door. This one's fine because the A-pillar's crack on a lot of them. She's actually pretty nice. I don't see many around like this. Let's close this. Closes very nice.
Nice and straight.
Yeah. Okay, here we are inside the trunk, and we have some rot down in there where the spare tire goes. And this is also important. It's in there. I forget, it's called a buffer pad or something for the spare tire. So we do have a lot of rot down in here. Okay. And over here. And up in here. So I'm gonna have to look underneath and see what, and see what the deal is there. Okay. So most of the rot was at the front end. Let's take a look underneath a second. Yeah, it almost seems like this was lowered or something. The front beam is definitely smoked. And I believe that's why it's probably leaning on this side. Very, very possible. So they don't sell them any longer, which means I would have to acquire a used one, which can get a little expensive, but it's okay. I can't get under there, sadly, with you guys right now because it's very, very low. I don't know what that is that's zip tied on there, but I'm going to jack it up shortly. I don't know if I'll film jacking it up, you know, just to see what the deal is. Okay, let me remove a couple things here real quick, and we'll check out the top of the gas tank up here. Remember, it's a 69. It's not going to be perfect. Oh. Okay. So here is the rot. That's where the gas tank hooks up. It's not suspension related. Lots of rust here, lots of rust and rot. So this would all need cleaned up, obviously. This one here worries me a little though. That's pretty structural, but I'm sure anything is fixable no matter what. That's where the gas lid is. So I'm sure lots of water poured down in there over the years, you know. Let me get this back in here. You got to look in here too, but that's all solid, so that's fine. A little rust behind the master, the reservoir, I should say. Spare tire carrier. Okay. Do you? I'm going to jack it up and get underneath. I think the beam is what's keeping it leaning down. So I'll have to take a look at that. I won't jack it up and bore everybody.
I think it's
But
cool.
honestly,
It's different.
I don't want to name the price on here. I don't think he would like that, but it's very cheap. And it's hard to get these cheap, that's for sure.
Can you get parts?
The parts are not as easy to get as like a Beetle. So I mean, you know, it's going to cost a little more than a Beetle to do, but it's okay. So it seems like a pretty straight car. I mean, looking down the side, it's actually not a bad car. It's really not. So I'm gonna, give me a minute, I'll jack the front end up and I'll take you guys underneath with me. I always carry a little jack with me like this, and it just makes it a little easier. I'm not telling anybody what to use, but jack it up on the beam. I think that's what's causing it to lean. Alrighty. Okay, so we have a little more space, and that is why it's leaning. The front beam is smoked, which he already warned me of that. I can even see a block of wood in there keeping it from coming down. So I'll check that a little closer and see what the deal is. Because they're a different front beam. They're not like a Type 1. So it's a kind of a whole different animal, you know. But you can see the floor pans are going to need some work, obviously. That's normal for, you know, a 1969. But it's at a very cheap price. So I still may do this. I just got to make sure where the beam is bolted to is not rotted out there. So that's what I got to get it higher and check it out. I won't do that on film. I'll just tell you about it in the end so you're not stuck sitting here. But it does appear that there's a block, like a 4x4 block, holding it up from not hitting the ground on this side. But the way the beam is rotted there, yeah, the top collapsed to the bottom. So that's why it's like it is. So otherwise, it's sad because the car has a lot of potential. I just want to make sure nothing's rotted on the frame head where it's holding together up top. But we'll take a look at that in a second, and I'll try to report back. Give me 1 minute. Okay, well, while it is a really cool car and a great survivor, the front end's rotted pretty bad underneath, in all honesty. But I had to come see it. I didn't know what it looked like. As you can see in the pictures here, here's all the rot. And that is the reason I think I'm going to have to pass this one. There's too much rot in the front end itself. So I thought, you know what, I might as well show you, because this is real life, things that we go to see and check out, because you don't never know.
Depends on who it is looking at the vehicle that wants to do the work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if you, this would be a major project, I
Yeah,
think.
it would be, in all honesty. And that's fine. This will be good for somebody else, you know.
That's
But
what I was trying to say.
yeah, but there's a lot of rot in the front end, so I'm gonna have to pass this one up, but I thought it was worth at least filming and showing you guys what is still available out there. This one is very cheap, in all honesty. I don't know if he wants me to say the price, so I won't do that right now. Other than that, thanks for riding along with us. I appreciate it. And I would at least wanted to show you a barn find once in a while. I never get to do that, so I thought it was fun. So
Yeah.
we will see you tomorrow night for chat night, and I hope everybody's had a great week.